Hey everyone, my name is Wedge. Yeah, it's time. Green, Black, Elves, and Standard. You've been asking for it for weeks and it's finally here. A version of the deck that is both awesome and competitive. Yes, competitive. This has easily been the most requested deck tech by all of you in the comments, so you're about to get your wish. If you want me to take more of your suggestions for deck techs, post your ideas in the comments below and thumbs up other comments that suggest decks you want to see. Pretty simple. With all that said, let's get into some elf goodness. Hope you enjoy. There are a few different paths you can take elves down. The path we're taking is one using Collected Company. Yup, Coco is here to stay and we're going to abuse it as best we can. Keep that in mind when watching this video. This build is designed with Collected Company in mind. Right, let's get the lands out of the way. The deck only runs 20. 4 Llanowar Wastes, 4 Temple of Malady, 3 Mana Confluence, 1 Urborg, 2 Yawgmoth, 6 Forests, and 2 Swamps. Note that all our land enters the battlefield untapped besides the temples. It's important to have turn 1 mana. Anyways, yeah, just 20 lands. No, we don't need more, you'll see why in a second. This elf deck runs 12 1-drops. Yeah, 12. It's an aggro deck, a super aggressive build. Elvish Mystic, Gnarlroot Trapper, and Thornbow Archer. All playsets, all elves, all amazing. The Mystic gives us mana, the Trapper also gives us mana, green specifically just in case we're light on green mana. It also helps in combat, don't forget that. Thornbow Archer is here to be the most annoying card on the planet. Seriously, everyone hates this thing. If they don't drop an elf real quick, this basically has 2 power, one of which is unblockable. Think about it that way, it's really annoying. Moving up to our 2-drops, we have playsets of both Dwynen's Elite and Elvish Visionary. The Elite creates board presence and creature advantage. 2 mana for a 2/2 and a 1/1 pretty much all the time, I'll take it. Especially since they're both, you guessed it, elves. Great way to apply some early pressure. Elvish Visionary might not seem like much, and in most decks it isn't much, but this deck, an all-star. We really just needed another 2 mana elf body. This one replaces itself in your hand. Green doesn't have much in the way of real card draw, an elf that helps us out with that, hard to say no even if it is a 2 mana 1/1. Trust me, it's a staple in here. The 3-drops, this is where it gets interesting. We'll begin with a playset of new Nissa. I know what you're thinking, why run a playset? Her Planeswalker side isn't even that good for you, you'll never be able to hit it anyways, blah blah blah. Exactly. We don't want to flip Nissa. We don't give a crap about her other side. We want her to get the lands out of our deck and just be another elf on the board. Of course, it also doesn't hurt that she's a beacon for all the removal in the entire world. Your opponents are going to see Nissa and freak out. They'll think you care about her. You don't. You have 3 more in your deck somewhere. While they're scrambling to find a way to stop your crazy overpowered card, you just do what you do. Let her die. To you, she's a bear with a rampant growth. I am not joking at all. Do not prioritize her above any other creatures. Ruins the point completely. Our next 3 mana playset is our primary win condition. Shaman of the Pack has been broken since before Magic Origins even came out. This card's straight up unfair, and this deck takes full advantage of that. Cards like Visionary, Dwynen's Elite, even Nissa, they all exist to help this card be stupidly powerful. You flood the board, then drop the Shaman. That's how you win. Plus you have 4 of them, just keep doing it. What do you think happens when you go Shaman into Shaman? They probably just die. This is an explosive play that most players either 1, won't be ready to deal with, or 2, will spend their entire game trying to prevent this card from seeing the light of day. Both of those scenarios are good for you. While Shaman is strong, you don't need to trigger it to win. Don't get me wrong, it's bonkers and you really want to use it, but there are other paths to victory. We keep moving up our curve to 4 mana where we have 2 copies of 2 cards. The first is Sylvan Messenger. A little while ago we touched on how green doesn't have much card draw. It doesn't. Messenger is a nice way around it. It's an elf itself, and you probably won't whiff the reveal considering your deck runs 33 creatures. The odds are in your favor this time. The Messenger is merely a good card advantage play, no reason not to play it in this. The last 4-drop is a pair of Dwynen Gilt-Leaf Daen, another expensive card in the strategy but a useful one. I shouldn't have to explain the impact or importance of Anthem effects. Dwynen buffs your team and buffs your life total on attack in addition to having reach and a high toughness just in case. This card is the whole package. It is 4 mana and legendary, so you don't want too many. 2 seems like a good number here. Great way to close out a game. The rest of this deck is pure gas. The playset of Collected Company makes a lot of sense now, doesn't it? We're running 29 creatures that qualify for the company. I get the weirdest feeling you'll hit a few whenever you look at your top 6, just a feeling. Anyways, the card is a great way to fight a lot of different strategies. At the end of your opponent's turn, it's a 4-mana instant that lets you play 2 elves, basically what it is. Against control after a board wipe, devastating for them. You get 2 creatures with haste essentially. There are versions of this deck that don't run Coco, and that's okay, but this version, you need it. Your curve is crazy low, and your creature count is crazy high to accommodate that card, just remember that. Next up is a pair of Chord of Calling and 1 Reclamation Sage. Chord is a great way to toolbox whatever you need, and it seems a lot of people forgot it even existed. With a deck full of green creatures, they'll be sad they forgot. Chord up your Sage, chord up a Dwynen, chord a Shaman if you want to win. This is instant speed and it has Convoke. Do whatever you want. You should be able to cast this on the cheap by turn 3 no problem. This is the deck Chord was meant for. Being in Standard for a few months is going to be a dream for Elf players. I'd be open to adding more, it's better than just MVP. The 60th card is Obelisk of Urd. I know, just a one of. It convokes, it buffs our creatures out of Drown and Sorrow range, and it survives board wipes to help you stabilize with bigger threats. Obelisk belongs in these kinds of decks, it just does. Another convoke card so you can get it out relatively early, another piece of the puzzle that pressures your opponents even more. This makes Elvish Mystic scary, let that sink in. We have a few things to go over that you're going to want to hear, so pay attention. This deck runs itself pretty much. You play elves, you play more elves, you keep playing elves, you either punch your opponents to death or Shaman of the Pack to win. Easy stuff. Make sure to let your Nissas die. Your opponents don't know you're running a playset, they'll prioritize killing her, let them. It's a waste of a removal spell. Once she's in play, she's done her job. Okay, enough teaching. Alright, for those of you who really like Shaman of the Pack, like really like this card, there's another iteration of this deck you might enjoy. Cut Collected Company, Obelisk, Thornbow, and Gnarlroot. Add in Read the Bones, Thoughtseize, and Temur Sabertooth. Yes, the Sabertooth. Let me explain. Sabertooth returns the Shaman to your hand so you can play it again and again and again. This is the more control-based version of the deck. You're still playing over 20 elves, so you'll hit for a lot, but you infuse the deck with a bit of protection in the form of Thoughtseize and some card advantage in the form of Read the Bones. The main version that I like to play goes deep on Collected Company. This one goes deep on Shaman of the Pack. You decide which one you want. Both versions seem to perform relatively well, although I will say the Collected Company version is more consistent. Just figured I'd let you know what else is out there in case you're feeling particularly gutsy. Let's talk sideboard. Back to our original Coco plan. You're an aggro deck. You hate control. Thankfully, your messengers and Collected Companies help you avoid blowouts by letting you rebuild quickly. Even taking that into account, you need some insurance after game 1. That's where Stain the Mind comes in. Yeah, I bet you forgot about this card. And Hostilities, Languish, Drown in Sorrow, Crux of Fate, just name a card and it's gone. Stain has Convoke too, so you can use it really early, like unfairly early. I would sideboard at least 2 or 3 of these for all control matchups. This card single-handedly hoses them. Seriously, it's not even close. Heroic is also all over the place. I do not like that deck. You're going to want some Fleshbag Marauders or Merciless Executioners. Both work just fine. They lose their 1 giant creature, you lose an elf or an elf token or just the Marauder itself. Doesn't really matter. Point is, this is a removal spell that doesn't target. Heroic players can eat their own hearts out. God, I hate that deck. Eyeblight Massacre comes in against any aggressive deck that isn't the mirror, obviously. I'd sideboard nearly a playset just to deal with other aggressive strategies. It's that big of a blowout. Speaking of blowouts, Foul Tongue Shriek is a sick piece of rogue tech I've seen floating around for decks that attack your life total. Not only will you do double damage, but you gain a boatload of life. It should be pretty obvious when this comes in. Total bomb card in the right situation. Lastly, there's all the normal stuff you can sideboard. Back to Nature is becoming popular again due to an increase in enchantment play. Gilt-Leaf Winnower kills everything in Obzan, pretty much. Hero's Downfall against Walkers, another Sage against any artifacts or enchantments you don't like, Thoughtseize for control, and Ultimate Price for green-red ramp or any of those annoying mid-range strategies. I think that about covers it. What do you all think about standard green-black elves with Collected Company? Gotta say the deck performs much better than I thought it would. It really punishes slow starts and poor top decks. Much more than almost any other strategy would. So explosive. Let me know what you think in the comments, and if you have any questions, ask away, I'm here to help. As always, subscribe for the latest and most reliable Magic the Gathering information you could ever need. This is the Mana Source, I'm Wedge, thanks for watching, we'll see you next time.